Hey y'all, so class is in session. We are doing a closure wig install today, side part edition, and we are gluing it down. I know I've shown my techniques of me doing it glueless, so this time we are doing the glue version. So you want to start off by parting your hair, depending on if you're doing a middle part or a side part. I am doing a side part, so I'm parting it where I want it to go, or at least around the area that I want it to go in. I'm not doing super neat braids for this, only because I got another video to film after this. So I'm doing like the braids that I do that's similar to a quick weave foundation. So that's what we're gonna do now, and then we're gonna move to the next step. So I am going to gel this part down. As you can see, that's just hair that didn't get caught in the braid. We're going to use our olive oil gel, but for the rest of the braids, we are going to use pink oil moisturizer and brush that all throughout the hair just to make it softer and make it easier for a flatter foundation when we're braiding. Normally when I don't do this, or if I don't add any type of moisturizer, it makes the hair thicker, which results in a thicker braid, a bigger braid. So the softer the hair is, the easier, it is to come together and stay flat. You'll see what I mean. Whatever it is you try to see, you can sit down and just The goal to this is really just making sure it's super flat for the wig. So please y'all, not too much on my braids. And I'm recording a video literally right after this for another install. So I'm doing this for y'all, okay? It's all for y'all. If you like my makeup, I did include a mini small quick makeup tutorial. I'm gonna link it in the description for y'all. So now we're gonna go and do a bald cap method for this look. This just protects your hair from the glue, because I like to use a thick layer of glue. So yes, we're about to mold the cap. To mold it, I just use the same glue that I'm gonna use for the lace. I use it to mold the cap down too, instead of using hard sprays like Got to Be and Even, only because that is more harsh on your edges. That's a lot of alcohol that's just sitting in your hair while you have your install in, versus this glue is going on your skin, your hair is still protected. That's why I spend my life with you. I want to please you in any way I can. I want to share my world. While the cap is drying, I just like to go in and go over the wig with a hot comb just to make sure it's super flat. I had pre-parted it, so that's really what I'm doing. But even if I didn't do that, I always hot comb the front of the hair just to make sure it's out of the way of the glue. Then we're gonna go in and add some lace tint. I use the shade Bronze. I'll put the place that I get my lace tint from. You also want to spray the lace tint on top of the lace, not on the inside or on the bottom, the part that's going to touch your skin. You want to do it on the outer layer of it. You're doing that just so the knots does not change colors from going from bleach to looking like they're not bleached at all, because that can happen with the lace tint. So I prefer to spray it on top of the lace, and it just gives a better look too. And I also like to let it air dry, just so the lace tint can really sit on the lace, dry into the lace, like it doesn't move. Like, it's a tint, so
it's water based. So as soon as you blow the blow dryer, I feel like the lace tints, just the little droplets gonna blow away. I don't know, that's my theory. So I just like for it to just sit there and air dry so that it can just, the color can seep into the lace. Now you always want to try your wig on before gluing it down. I like to just do a test trial just to see, is the lace matching? Do I need to pluck a little bit more? Mainly so is the lace matching. As you can see, it is. So yeah, I only did maybe like 1 or 2 sprays, really light sprays. Meaning when I say light, I mean just not close up to the lace before I laid it down with the bronze. And then here I'm going in with some makeup for the cap. You're going to do this just so that the cap doesn't stick out like a sore thumb with it being white. It's not the color of your skin. Always, always, always clean your skin with sea breeze. I used to recommend alcohol, but alcohol can be too harsh for our skin, especially if you have sensitive skin or eczema. So I highly recommend using sea breeze. And you only want to do the area that you're going to apply the glue. I always go in with some lace tint. I mean, not lace tint, skin protectant, y'all. Sorry. Always go in with some skin protectant. That makes the lace last longer, and also it's kind of self-explanatory, protects your skin. So I highly, highly recommend using that wherever you get your glue from. If they sell skin protectant, buy the bundle. Buy the bundle. Before I go in to lay anything down, I do hot comb it just to make sure everything is in place. And I really just be wanting to see, like, how is it gonna look? I need to see a vision. When it comes to hot combing and making sure your install is flat, you have to go in and part and hot comb in sections. That is the best way. Sometimes if you're hot combing over the whole head, the heat is not reaching the inside, like the depths of the hair. So you have to part and actually hit those areas in order to get that look. So that's what you're gonna see me doing here. I normally add in what the hell, the edge stick. What is it called? I think that's what it's called. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The little the edge stick. I'm gonna find a name and I'll be back. But I normally use one of those two in between just to really get it flat. Y'all, I'm seeing the vision right here, and I'm like, oh, this about to be cute. I was happy. So now I'm going to go in and create my part. Y'all, I am doing all of this before laying it, and honestly, I don't know why, but it works. So I'm going in laying my part with something that's like probably 2-3 shades lighter than me. You want to do that because that's how our real scalp looks, and it just looks more natural that way. I never do it the same color as my skin, never, unless it's in the beginning where the line is starting coming from the edge, just so it could fade into something light. So yeah, you want to make sure you're doing that. And now we're about to get into actually laying the lace. I started at the sideburn just so I could have like a good outline. This lace is already pre-cut. That I kind of recommend only because you don't have to do any extra work. So, and you're literally using, you placing the glue exactly where it's gonna lay. With this, if you end up not catching like a piece of lace, I always go in and I just fix it in the end. But for the most part, I follow the outline of the lace. And if following the outline of the lace is difficult for you, just follow the outline of your hairline. Stay very close to your hairline, lay it down that way, and then go back in and fix the other pieces that you maybe didn't catch that didn't actually fit your hairline. You can either cut it or decide to glue it down. But those are the two ways that I do it, this being one of them. I'll show the other technique that I just explained in a separate video. I do not use any blow dryers. I use Touch by Misty lace glue, and her glue dries really fast. I'll put all of that in the description, so you don't really need a blow dryer. Using a blow dryer is detrimental to your install with this particular glue. I don't know about any other glue, but with this one, you will mess it up because you'll end up drying it too much, and now you have to kind of take it off and restart everything. So I like to let it air dry until it's clear. Once it's clear, you could add another layer, or at least semi-clear. It needs to be some type of clear. You do not want it to be still white as this, and adding more glue. Now you can see it gradually drying literally as I'm spreading it out. And you always want to have something to spread the glue out with. Now I am only doing maybe like 2 to 3 layers because, like I told y'all, I'm installing something else after this, so I didn't want to use too much glue for absolutely no reason. So after the glue is dry, I go in and I pull the lace to where the glue is, okay? And you want to just kind of mesh that in there a little bit. I use my fingers in the beginning, and then I go in with the comb to continue to press it down. And you want to keep doing that so the lace is really melted. Now you see how I didn't catch every piece of lace, but I stuck to the outline of my hairline. That is what you can do, and then go in and cut some of the excess lace or glue it down. So now I'm gonna go in and fix the pieces that I did not catch. So I just like to move it back and then add a little bit of glue where it is, and then just pull it back to make sure it's in the right spot. And I just keep doing that, and then I go ahead and I add maybe, you know, the same amount of layers. You always want to do the same amount of layers for the smaller pieces, as much as you did for the initial install. Otherwise those pieces will be coming up and the rest of your install will still be good. So here some hair kind of got caught like underneath the lace, so I'm just trying to pull that out and keep meshing the lace down. But if that happens, you can either take a comb or some tweezers and just yank that hair out, and then, you know, just continue to do what you're doing. Here I am just mapping the baby hair out just so I could see how I want it to go, how it's gonna lay, what do I need to cut, edit, revise, all of that good stuff. So yeah, it's best to do that before laying anything down, just so you don't have to overuse like product and end up having a super hard, unnatural looking baby hair. So I like to map it out a little bit first. Now here I am noticing some lace that didn't get caught. It just was looking a little darker than the rest, so I'm like, what's going on here? So you always want to check that. You'll either start to see it yourself, or once you start laying the baby hair, the lace will start to flap up. So instead of me cutting it, I decided to just go ahead and glue that part down. I didn't want to cut any more lace, so you're gonna see me adding 2 to 3 layers the same way that I did in the beginning, letting it air dry clear, and then applying another one, and then laying it down. Y'all see how fast it's drying? This is no cut ups, no nothing. Like, it's just straight raw real footage. And you go ahead and lay that back down, and you're gonna start to see the difference in how it looked before versus now, on top of me having to pluck some hair out. But sometimes if you have hair on top of the lace. It'll make the lace appear darker when it's really just that piece of hair. But yes. I am going to use even for the baby hair. Just what my dreams are really made of. Let's stay together, you and me, boy. There's no one like you around. I was kind of going for like the baby hair that goes into the hair. So I always start off by brushing that area first, and then I bring it in with the rest of the baby hair. And I always comb out first and kind of bring it in, kind of like a parenthesis, or how you would try to draw a C in somebody's head maybe, but going out first and then bringing the hair back in gives you that look. And then I went ahead with some more even spray and I pushed the back of the hair right here. This gives it like that look. Like y'all gonna see, I can't even really describe it, but it just gives like real hair. You know, when you brush it back versus it just straight coming out the scalp. Like that just looks kind of like a suppress. So I love to do that look in that area. After molding the baby hair a little bit with the even spray, excuse me, I went in with some mousse just to soften it up a little bit. Yeah, just to soften it up, y'all. That's the only reason. Because the even spray can be a little hard. And I know I used a lot. So if you use a lot, it does get hard. But for the most part, it's really like a soft spray to me versus got to be spray. But I used a lot, so I went in with some mousse just to soften it up and kind of give that wet baby hair look. If you know what I mean, it just looks more natural that way to me. I'll be down because I love and I love and I love and I love you only because I need and I need and I need and I need you more. Yeah, you know I run and I run and I run and I run. Fly in the sky in the night. Hold me in your arms and your love and your light. I'm on your wave right now. I'm on your wave right now. Yeah. I'm on your side now. You got me on your side now. Yeah, I'm on your wave right now. Yeah. If not you, then I don't wanna know. I don't want no story. Day and night, it's unconditional. Got me leaving softly. Yeah, yeah. Love me judge, love me tender. You know you love turn me up like never. Anything you want and I'ma do whatever. Because I love and I love and I love and I love you only. Because I need and I need and I need and I need you more. Yeah, you know I run and I run and I run and I run. Fly in the sky and night. Hold me in your arms and your love and your life. I'm on your wave right now. I'm on your wave right now. Yeah. I'm on your vibe now. You got me on your side now. Yes, I'm on your wave right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Said love me judge, love me tender. 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 You my sugar, honey, my tender lover. You my sugar, honey, my tender. Y'all see how bomb that looks? In J Nice voice, if you know, you know. But y'all see that? Like, it just looks so natural. Mind you, you're not supposed to see that side. Okay, so that is the point of a side part closure. That's why I like it. Like, you know, so make sure your hair is falling in your face so that if the wind blow a little too hard, that part still does not show. So now we are going to get into cutting and doing some layers. I am going to cut the actual length because I like full ends on curly hair. So I'm cutting it to where I feel the most fullness, kind of like, you know, just when you get your natural hair, clipped ends, you know, stuff like that. So I'm cutting it, and then I'm going to go in and do some layers.
Only me and you. Only me, only you. Only me and you. Only me and you. Only me and you. Only make me your matter. Make me your matter. Make me your matter. Show me your side. Make me a blessing. Make me a blessing.
So when it comes to layering, I am going to be honest, I did not go to school for this. I am not a pro at this. I just did a bunch of research, watched a bunch of videos, took classes, etc., etc., and then I applied it to my installs. So, I'm just showing y'all what I know. Disclaimer. So what I do is I section each piece off, and I pull the hair away from my head, and I start cutting where I envision the curl to start at, if that makes sense. So I always, for reference, I always normally start cutting at the end of my chin, or maybe just a little bit higher. For a shorter look, I probably do start maybe a little bit higher, but I'm kind of starting at my chin, where the cut is starting at. So that's for a short look. For longer looks, I do start my layers like this in the front, but once it starts going to the back, I cut very, 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 very low layers so I could still keep my length if we're talking like 22-inch or higher. Even for this install, as you see me getting towards the back, I'm probably going to start cutting just a little bit lower for the most part. So with this specific layer, I'm going to kind of start it going where my bang is. And you're going to see the reason for that in the end. It's kind of hard to describe. But I like for all of the hair on this side where the bang is going to be located to all fall a certain way. So that has to be the same length and angle as the bang. So that is what I'm doing. So I'm starting higher than my chin once I get to my bang area. I want to say my nose, which is where I had the scissors at, is where you want to start at.
Doing okay.
You also do want to make sure that your scissors are sharp. My scissors are a little dull in this video. Granted, they still got the job done, but I highly recommend using sharper scissors. So here I'm just trying to see if my bang is the length I want it to be, because I really wanted like a bold type of cut for my like bang look. So I definitely went in, I cut it some more. These were more bold cuts more than like the light layering I was just doing, just because like I knew the exact look I wanted. So yes, I did start doing a different type of layering. Instead of pulling the hair away from my face and I guess you could say cutting diagonally, I started cutting horizontally. That just gives it a different look. You know how you do the comb back when the curls is done and you push it to the front? Like, it just, I don't know, like, just, it does something. So layering from all angles is something I highly recommend. If you're going for like a super layered look, you can already see the vision like kind of forming, and it's not curl yet or anything, but you can see the layers, and that's how you know you did a damn good job on them. So I like to move the bang away from everything because that is top tier and we gotta focus on everything else. So the two front pieces can go away while we focus on the back. So normally when I curl, especially for this type of look, I like to curl going up instead of going under. So if you want to rewind, you can see the way I position the curling iron. I turned it around, flipped it, and then curl twisting up instead of down. While I let that sit and get hot, I'm going to show y'all the curl and the reason why we're curling in this way. You see the volume, that bounce, like look at that. Like when you curl going under, it doesn't give that same type of volume look. I always clip each curl. I don't pin all of them. I just pin them until it cools down. If you don't pin them, you won't have as tight of a curl because the curl isn't molding while it's hot. It's best to keep the curl in the way that it is. Just like when you baking cookies, you're not about to be getting a spatula lifting a cookie up as soon as you take it out the oven. You're gonna let it dry a little bit. So we're kind of just letting it dry, cool down. As far as keeping the hair on the curling iron, I like to keep it on the iron until the hair actually feels hot. And for me, it's when the heat starts, smoking a little bit. So I like to make sure the curl is super hot. The hotter the iron, the longer the curl will last.
Got an attitude, what you better say, so I ain't mad at you. For sure. I'm a fuck Percocet, but on my baby popping that Adderall. For sure.
So we're just going to keep repeating the same motion until we get to the bang area, and that's where we're going to change the way that we're curling. But you're kind of going to be doing the same thing until we get to the top, the front of the hair.
I done reached all my goals. Yeah, pull up when easy and down the sign. I'm all about business, I'm man of mine. Pull up in the church like Caliban. Pull up with a rocket like number 9. I don't want your hoes. Young nigga reach all the goals. Let her suck the dick, said she was a pro. She straight with teeth, I'ma tell her to go.
I did not make this this part go fast or cut it up or anything like that, just so y'all can see and follow along with the real time of me curling it, so we can just do it together. Y'all, it is so difficult trying to like gather this hair, separate it, all of that good stuff. It is really difficult. So I was kind of having a hard time, but we got it together.
For sure. This the Game of Thrones. Yeezy not the clones. Elon with my rocket ship. It's time to go home. They served us the porn since the day we was born. Anybody pissed off? Gotta make a drink to urine. Now I'm Ye Kelly, bitch.
Y'all, my storage did keep messing up on this day, and it was so annoying. So I did have to keep stopping and deleting stuff. So while I was doing the little things I had to do to create some storage, I did go in and kind of just finish some of the curls. Honestly, because I wasn't doing anything different that y'all didn't have to see on camera. I was just doing the same things that I had showed y'all. So right here, we're going in onto the right side. And I'm curling this side the same exact way. The curling style really does not change until we get to the bang area.
Like a carnival. Been over having flashbacks, she gon' eat me up like a carnival. It's the way I pop my shit, the hoes not ready. I'm going barnacles. Moving to feel like a Jason, can't get arrested. I make them stop mode. She want a private session, roll out them X's when I'm on.
Y'all, that storage pissed me off so bad. I'm not talking to nobody but myself in this video right here because that's how pissed I was. Like, Apple, count your fucking days. For real. But anyway, y'all see I got those curls together. Now we're going into the bang. Before I start to curl the bang, I do like to go over it again with a hot comb because I want this wig so flat, y'all. Like, I'm not playing any games. So that is what we're doing. And then we're going to go in and curl it. So this is probably gonna be the last curl that I curl going up instead of down. The rest of the curls are gonna be going down. That is just so that the bang can lay a certain way. Curling the bang in this same style will have the bang looking just real old school, y'all. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. So this is where, as you can see, this is where I'm starting to curl regular, normal, I guess you would say. And that's kind of like, I guess, starting at the end of my eye. I really just eyed to see where I know I'm gonna want my bang to start and stop. And I'm like, yeah, this is where I'm gonna want, you know. You see what I mean? So you just have to map that out a little bit. So that's me just molding that curl into the hair, and you just want to keep going piece by piece, curling this bang, going to the back and going under. So the curling iron is flipping under, rolling under instead of getting flipped up. So yes, that is coming together, and you just want to keep going until the end. So you never want to comb your curls out with a small tooth comb. The tooth are the sticks that comes out of the comb. So this is considered a wide tooth comb. The slash sticks on the comb are really wide, separated. So that is what you want to make your curls not drop, and just, you know, the curl won't go away. So I am going in to add a little bit more layers right here. Only because when you layer after the curl, it just creates a different type of look. I don't even really too much know how to describe that. Y'all see that long piece of hair? It's pissing me off still to this day. I'm mad I didn't catch it in the video, but it's so hard to record and look at yourself through these phones versus the mirror. But yes, adding more layering where I see fits, and also to create a certain type of look. If y'all see like that KASH DOLL look, like the flips and dips and the layers that you can see, like those are created before the curls, but most of them are defined after the curl. You can just, I don't know what that does, but just creates a different type of look. But you see the volume that the curl have because of the curling style that we used. So yeah, you just want to keep combing them out, layering where maybe you missed or where you see fit, where you want it to be layered at. And yeah, this is pretty much the final look, y'all. I hope y'all liked it. I hope y'all learned something. If y'all have styles that y'all want to learn, just comment them and I'll make a video showing you how to do it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I am gonna redo my bang in this video because it had like that little weird indent, you know, mark in there, and I really didn't want that. But yes, let me know what y'all think. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, like, Like, dislike, whatever, you know, just give me some feedback, y'all. I like to see how I'm doing. But before y'all leave, I do have a few more tips towards the end of this video that y'all are gonna see. If you want to fast forward, you can, but I do recommend staying because I am gonna add in a little bit more layers, as you see me doing here. Just so the curls and the hair can just flow better. The layers help the hair flow and fall better. So I'm just making sure that the bang, once I'm, you know, combing the bang to the back, is falling back to the front a certain way, and that determines the back, how the layers are in the back determines how it falls in the front sometimes. So I kind of went in towards the back and added a few more layers.
Smiling in my nigga, ho, knock out all your 30 times. C8 doors open up for me. Hear the engine roar, switch to sport. I got somewhere to be, little baby, I'm important. Glock 19, it came with a drum. Yeah, that's my favorite gun. Adhesive, he my only nigga. I said no, but you my favorite one. Nah, for real. Yeah, Red's beach, nigga, I want to walk you, man. Nah, I can't make you mines, but I can make you come. Freak up in the sheets, in them streets, baby, I'm a thug. I just threw 10,000 something ones in this fucking club. I'm popping this so hard, cause I ain't used to shit. I ain't used to shit. These niggas ain't got no type, they want a stupid bitch.
Are we turning up or are we wasting time? Girl, don't waste my time. You know I'm partying. I don't just wanna chill with you. Oh, no. I wanna I look like I don't wanna chill. I can see your eyes, you to feel. And you feel it, baby, can you feel it, baby? Can you feel it, baby, can you feel it, baby? Kissing you red, fucking you right, loving you there, loving you right. Fuck with a pro, come baby, fuck with a pro. When you gon' let me know, I've been kissing you slow.
One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four.
Seems like I can't get away from you. Broken hearts were made for two, I guess. And it's so confusing, finding the right ways to express. Being love, it's a fear, it's a drug we do, I guess. An addiction we won't admit. But baby, you should know this. I ain't going, I ain't blowing no smoke. I mean, I've been sober, but you should've known it. I wasn't going. I know you know this not change, but I'll be the one that always, always forever.
Real niggas do not deserve pussy. Meaning it's more you see right through walls, ain't talking about pussy. Meaning you deserve the whole box of chocolates. Come with me. Forrest Gump had a lot going for him. Never without pussy. You know.